Tibby.
Running from the Tibby, man. That Nas Lost Part 4, baby. You know what I'm saying? We got it in overdrive now. You know what? Those first comments, they must have just had too much venom, too much vitriol in them.
They had to.
You know what I'm saying? They had to hate.
They had to be what it was.
They didn't want to start leaving. Have you seen Skip's new show yet?
Who? No. Hey, it's on Fox. I
don't even know what channel that is.
Right. I don't even know what Fox is even on my thing, man. So I just kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, I've been out of it. I wanted to see it though, man. Skip's my guy.
But he got Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp out there.
Shannon Sharp has a mouthful of teeth. I can't watch him, man.
Hey, it be like that sometimes, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, now it looks like we on a rocking, man. So, what episode is this? 42?
42. What's up?
42
We're live, everybody. We had some technical difficulties. I'm sorry. We started a little late, so we'll get it started again. So, yeah, episode 42. We back. As we see to our left, this is Nas Lost, episode 4.
Featuring Bunny.
Featuring the Bunny. The Bunny's there. We don't know if she's going to say anything, but
Bunny holds it down.
But, yeah, she's there, man. So, we definitely can go to her for certain things that we're going to talk about today. But Nas Lost
Bunny was telling me? Yeah, that's what Bunny was telling me, man.
Yeah.
Bunny was telling me Nas is terrible.
Nas is terrible. We talked, because the thing about this, you brought up a great point in our chat. We were talking about why Jay is the GOAT.
Yeah.
And I'll let you talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like Jay has to be considered as the GOAT because he embodies the best part of all of our favorite artists.
Okay.
Both living and deceased.
Okay.
And I have to base it off of the living legends, or I would say our legends.
Okay.
So I'm not going to count him against these younger guys, even though they all accept that Jay is the GOAT. I mean, who wouldn't? You have to be delusional to not believe that Jay is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? That the Bunny knows. The Bunny knows.
The Bunny knows. The Bunny knows.
The Bunny knows. So with Jay, you know what I'm saying? He's got the charisma of Tupac.
Okay.
He's got the laid back swagger of Nas, and he's got the wordsmithship of B.I.G. I think I just made one up on the spot, but you know what I'm saying? That's how it has to be.
Hey, but you know
this game's music life.
This game's music life. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I actually can ride with that, man. So yeah, I can't say I disagree with that point. But Jay's definitely number one in my book.
Oh yeah, and I mean when you compare like Jay-Z and Nas, like that's not even a fair comparison. Like Nas doesn't belong in that realm of MC. Like I would put Nas somewhere between MC Hammer and ooh, that's tough. That's tough.
Hey man, in the 90s, Hammer would have came and got us though. Hammer was that boy,
Hammer might come and get us now.
He might come and get us now.
I mean?
Right. Yeah, we got a lot of YouTube comments last week about some things people didn't agree with some of the reviews we did.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Hey, listen, God's working on all of us. We're happy. It's an opinion. One thing about music is everybody's right.
Exactly. That's if you enjoyed an album that we didn't, man, we are happy for you. Please tell us more about what you did enjoy about it. Hey, change our minds. We are all about that around here at GamesMusicLyfe. We're looking for the best of the best. But if it ain't the best of the best, we ain't gonna sugarcoat it neither.
No,
so
not at all.
Just know that.
Not at all. So we had a couple interesting things talking about video game wise. We got a ton of hip hop that was going on this week.
Yeah.
But video game wise, what are you playing, man?
Fallout 4. You know what I'm saying? A game I would definitely recommend you getting back on.
Okay.
It's got all the good things in a game that I would think that you would ask for without having the online aspect. That would be the only thing I could see you kind of missing in playing this game. But once you get through the grind, it's got all the things that you're going to want. I mean, the story quest, everything you do matters. Okay. You get to be the hero in this game. You choose your own paths, and you know what I'm saying, you got exotic and rare loot that you're trying to get.
That's the part that got me. The fact that the exotic stuff, that's what kind of gets me into Destiny, was like the collector's aspect of it. How you can get legendaries, and then you also can get the exotic weapons. And that's what got me. So if it has that, then I definitely might get into it if I can. Because like there's certain missions you got to do to get them, right?
Yeah. It'll be certain missions and then certain just random occurrences. Sometimes you'll come up on something legendary or rare.
Okay. So I'll definitely have to get into that. I'm going to probably pick it back up. Because right now, man, I'm just playing, a little bit of Madden. I had some issues with the MUT. I had one of the things. I was convinced on getting this Josh Norman card, but you had to beat a certain part of a game. They put you in different scenarios, and you have to do this one was beating last year's Denver Broncos team in the snow, and that you were down 10, and you had 5 minutes to do it. So I finally did that. And I've also been playing my Vita, hack my Vita, like I said before. And I've been playing SNES version Mario Brothers 2 Yoshi's Island.
Okay.
So
you've been getting your money out of that Vita.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man.
You've been getting every nickel out of that Vita.
It's because Super Nintendo was probably my favorite system of all time.
Oh yeah.
So it has some gems on it, like the RPGs. If you have a Super Nintendo, even if you have emulators, whatever.
Sega Genesis was better. Sorry, but
no, just because you got a Genesis.
Sega Genesis was
Sega
definitely
Genesis
better.
is not better.
Absolutely better.
No, it didn't. No,
Yeah.
Mario, the Chrono, the RPGs. What was good on Sega Genesis besides
What wasn't?
And Vander Holyfield's boxing.
I can't remember any exclusives that were on the Sega Genesis, but I mean, come on, NBA Jam on the Sega Genesis, that was it.
Yeah,
that was it. That changed the scope of things. But Sonic, come on, Sonic was dope.
Sega always it was better looking, in my opinion.
Sega Channel, come on, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, man, come on now. Come on now, but as you were saying, man, we're getting every dime out of that Vita, man.
I am
cashing those EA checks.
Yeah, I am. You know what? And thanks EA. Thanks for talk. Listen, I'm gonna get you over there, man, because you talked about it before about how you almost got back into Madden.
Yeah, man, I almost caught that fever, man, at a cookout for my cousin's birthday, man.
Okay,
happy birthday, Nard. But yeah, almost got back. So, got in there, they started talking that trash.
That's where Madden comes
fired
from.
Up. Almost had to go pick it up.
That's the thing about it. It was a consensus. The homies didn't buy it last year, so it wasn't no reason to get it because everybody was a consensus. Everyone left it on the shelf.
Yeah.
And the fact that now everyone's playing it again, or they got in the hype or whatever, and it's actually a good game. I know you don't believe me.
You know what? I've been thinking about this too. And you were conspiring with the old boy at the Madden booth, weren't you?
No,
last year you set him up. You primed him. Nope. You primed him so that way this year you could be like, yo, I got this podcast going on.
Nah,
slide me a check under the table, and I swear I will speak positively about it.
Nah, I wish that was the case because I took the check.
You got it early, didn't you?
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did. You got it in the mail.
I wish, man.
You got it in the mail about a week early, didn't you?
I wish, man. I tell you, I know you're not gonna believe me. It's gonna take a chance for you to go take on it, and we're gonna play it. You're gonna see because the franchise mode is supposed to be real dope in it this year. So I definitely want the homies to get it, and we'll all play it. And I think we'll have fun, man.
I thought about it, man, but 2K17, man, right around the corner, 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I need that.
And there's also with 2K, you could play some part of it early, right?
Yeah, this year you can play the My Player. 4 days early, so that way by the time the game drops, everybody will be somewhat decent to play in the park.
Okay, so I want that to happen too. And the thing about with that is, I want them to go ahead and put it on like they hit on a mobile where you can guess the games, you get coins for that. Because one thing 2K has done, which helped the NBA, is NBA has successfully become a 365 day event. Like everyone's talking about basketball all the time.
Got to.
And also with the Cavs winning, definitely helped that out as well. But I don't know, man. Like I definitely get 2K. Who's not gonna get 2K? And I'm definitely looking forward to playing that. But Madden, I think there's a space for it. We could play that too. Football starting this week. Starts tomorrow.
Sponsored by EA.
Man, thanks EA. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Just cut me in. I'll gladly play it, man. You know what I'm saying? And you cut me that check. Listen.
The NFL hype won't get you though.
To get Madden, no.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I didn't get me last year, so I feel you.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer to play fantasy over than play Madden with the NFL season.
Fantasy's gonna be big, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why tomorrow's game's gonna be big. Cause a lot of fantasy players are playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cam and was it Denver and the Panthers, right?
Yep.
Okay. You see, your boy got re-up this year too. Re-up
today.
Who
talking about?
Drew Brees.
They gave him the $100 million?
Yeah. Well, I don't think they gave him 100. They gave him 84. So
bro, I had already made it up in my heart that it was goodbye Drew Brees, man.
I think it was 44 for 2 years. They got a 2-year deal.
Okay. Yeah. I can live with that. I can live with that. Because I was like, $100 million for 4 years, man. Sorry, dog.
Yeah.
I mean, Drew Brees like 36 years old. I know he's a high-flying QB, but
it's a crazy stat, though, man. Drew Brees is the pass leader for New Orleans, man. So I mean, rightfully so, he throws a ton. But
since being in New Orleans, he's the pass leader for the NFL.
For somebody, since being in New Orleans, right? That was the stat. But for him, I mean, they didn't even think he could throw anymore. He got hit and he had his arm up like this. And,
Now listen, and Drew, I trust.
I bet
trust
you do.
Him, but
he brought you a chip.
But $100 million,
nah,
player.
They didn't give him the bag like that, but they paid him. You have to.
$22 million a year. That's great money.
The quarterback position is the most coveted position in football. Without a good quarterback, you're nothing. So
I mean, really, he's getting an NBA check, even if it's just for 2 seasons.
He's not getting that Mike Conley money though.
Close to it. Mike Conley only getting 30. Drew gonna get 22 a year.
But it's Mike
too
Conley.
Bad. Yeah. He getting that Kobe contract. He getting that Kobe contract right now.
Cats is getting paid. But anyways, video game wise, so big day today. Sony announced their system that's coming out. They Sony PS4 Pro.
Yeah, man, that was a dreary press conference. Like, they did not sound too excited about it.
Yeah.
But watching the show, I was amped up. I was ready. I was about to go spend my dollars and
Okay.
you know what I'm saying, upgrade 4K TVs, all of that.
Uh-huh.
And then after the press conference, I was like, I wasn't in my right mind. I'm not buying any of
It
that
went out
crap.
the window.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it was for me too, because I watched it, and we were talking about before, like, the games look good, but that's kind of where the buck stops. The games are going to play better on this new system, kind of just like with PCs. There's one SKU that comes out for the game, but it's going to run different on different hardware. So you're buying the new system in order for it to look a little better. Like, what's their marketing ploy?
It does look nice.
It does look nice.
It looks nice.
But it's a crazy buy-in, because not only will you have to have the system that's going to be $399, which I thought was an okay price point.
I thought that was a little high.
Yeah, but with 4K TVs being cheap now, that you still got to buy a new TV.
Yeah.
Like, people are going to buy this. Like, there's going to be a lot of pissed off little kids during Christmas this year. Little Johnny's they're going to ask for that PS4 Pro, and they're going to get that PS4.
Hey, man, get a job.
Yeah, get a job. Video games are for adults.
Yeah,
anyway,
exactly.
So.
That's been the key to this whole thing.
Absolutely, man.
And they're starting to realize this now. Like, you look at the games that come out now, there aren't any kid-friendly games anymore.
No, not at all. A lot of them have the mature rating on there.
That's
You think about it, kids can't afford to buy in, and also the DLC that comes out. A lot of these DLCs be like new games.
Well, they know the generation that they grab.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not like we let it go. It's not like you outgrow video games. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, if you're a gamer, there's nothing that's going to make you outgrow that hobby.
Right. No, the video games are here forever. I want the little EA logo on my tombstone. That's what I want. So, but yeah, man. So I don't know, with it being like Phil Spencer, the head guy from Microsoft, he's on record as saying there's probably going to be a new Xbox every year that comes out. So
I can live with that.
I can live with that too, but you don't have to buy it if you can buy the same SKU and just play it on different systems. And basically, it's a PC.
Yeah.
At this point, it's no different. I mean, PCs have been that way forever. We both have played PC games, so we know how that market works. I don't think it's really that big of a deal.
Nah.
I just think that it's different for adults, PC gamers, it makes sense. But for people who are not PC gamers, it's going to be hard to sell them on buying a new system.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it'll be like cell phones are now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You'll buy it every few years.
Yeah, you definitely will bite on it, man. But it's definitely discussable. It's something that I just don't like the branding. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I really don't like the branding of PS4 Pro or
it was like when the Wii came out, then the Wii U came out. It was totally different, but it was a different SKU. But parents were confused. I think of the parents. What I think it is, because as a parent, I'm a gamer, so it's not hard for me. But I think of like grandmas and grandpas who try to buy their grandchildren or parents buying their kids games that aren't gamers.
Yeah,
it's gonna be hard, man. Little Johnny gonna be upset. I'm telling you.
Yeah, grandma gonna be thinking she got a great deal.
Yes, she do. And she gonna get that. She gonna get on Craigslist and get that PS4.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't even think that kids would care that much. Like, video game snobs care about 4K, 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second. Like, kids aren't gonna be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Why?
I think, but I do think though that eventually we already know the shift is going towards VR. So these new systems were supposed to be for VR.
Actually, no, I don't know about that either, man.
Really?
Like, VR might be a fad.
No, I think VR definitely is a fad. I told you, I'm on record. I hope VR fails, man.
Yeah, I don't know the VR is going to make it. And even seeing like all the new stuff about the VR, I'm still not excited.
Yeah, I do like HoloLens though. Like,
man,
Microsoft's HoloLens looks good.
Microsoft cutting the check too now?
No, they ain't cut the check yet, but it looks good. I do think it looks good. But the ones I don't like are the ones that are dedicated
that
rooms.
That aren't for Microsoft.
No, not that. They're dedicated rooms. Like the ones that is it the Oculus or the ones that have the lighthouses.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's a whole room. I have to dedicate my whole basement or my whole man cave to that.
Tough.
That's a tough buy-in. I can't get the wife to sell off on that.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Because even the cleanup would be like I take the lighthouses. Then those lighthouses get uncalibrated. Yeah. It's a big buy-in, man. I hope it fails. Because when we saw the E3, man, I'm like, nothing blew me away. I'm like, yeah, this is cool for like 5 or 6 minutes.
I don't see it. I just don't see the lore in it. It doesn't seem that sweet to me.
No, I don't either. But so yeah, man, it was Sony put their best foot forward today. I think they definitely stepped out a little too early because Microsoft put out their system, which on paper is supposed to be better spec-wise. Now, I know specs mean nothing. It all comes down to the OS and how it runs. But spec-wise, in video game terms, people are snobs about that.
Yeah.
So
you're thinking that the Xbox is gonna leapfrog?
I think spec-wise it is, but I don't know. Like you said, we both said I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I just wonder what's gonna be kind of the great divider there? What's really going to make one break away from the other?
I don't. It's gonna be a title, but I don't think any content creator is gonna come out with just an exclusive title. Right now, the games are coming out on both systems. You might get like different map packs for one system, but for the most part, no one's gonna not get that bag from both. Systems.
Yeah, I mean, you got to secure the bag. If anything taught us that, man, I think that No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. Hey, man.
Yeah,
great point.
Listen, Bunny, we know that you're here. We're going to hit you with these spoiler alerts.
Oh, my God.
Hold on, wait. Should we wait? I just kind of want to see the disappointment on the real Jay's face.
We're talking about the ending today.
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about the ending.
Listen, the ending to No Man's Sky, if you played the game, you've already seen the ending.
Yeah.
Okay? Because basically you end the game, you fly into, do you even see the center?
No.
What do you, you don't see anything.
It like rewinds back to the beginning, and then it fast forwards, and you see a light, and then you are back where you began the game.
And that's it.
That's the ending.
That is the ending.
So you saw the ending when you turned the game on.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man. That is the most.
That's ultimate finesse.
That's the most disappointing. This is one of the most disappointing, hyped up games in art ever.
And you know what? And I get the theory behind it, and it's cool theory. You know what I'm saying? And it's an artistic finish to the game.
Yes.
But it's a letdown in terms of content.
Absolutely, it's a letdown. And they got that Sony backing, and I don't want to hear people say, "Oh, because they got the Sony backing is the reason why it stunk." No, that game
secured
stunk.
the bag alert.
Yeah, that was it. And then the guy, I don't know what the dude's name is. We haven't heard from this guy in like 2 weeks.
Why would you?
He's
got sitting somewhere on an island with that big check, like yes,
with his head saying like an ostrich. Because I definitely don't. I don't know, man. Like he ain't slick either. But No Man's Sky. It is officially No Man's Sky.
Yeah, has it gone on sale yet?
I believe they're going to.
I'm waiting for it to be a game. Yeah, I'm waiting for it to be a PS Plus game.
94% of the PC market stopped playing it.
It just sucked. Like it just sucked. I mean, it's down to its core. It was a crappy game. I mean, the game was repetitive, so much so that the ending was to repeat it all.
Yes. That's a very good point.
Yeah,
that's a very good point. It was a recycle meme. The thing goes around in a circle. That's all it was. That ending was so bad.
That's comical.
I felt bad.
Comical.
Yeah, it is comical.
I hope, Jay, whenever you happen to see this, man, you're gonna have to FaceTime us or something. Take a picture. Show us the thug dub because I know it's gonna fall.
Could you imagine putting 30, 40 hours into a game for that to be the ending?
Yo, the bunny didn't like it.
Bunny hated it.
No.
Bunny, she has nothing to say.
Speechless.
Yeah, man. That was horrible. I felt bad for people who played the game.
Yeah. I feel bad for me for having to hear about this game.
Oh my gosh, man.
I mean, we talked about this for a year.
Yeah.
For a year.
We did.
I had to hear about how great this game was going to be.
Yep.
It was countdown to June, and then they were like, "Yo, the disappointment is in. Give us just a little bit more time. I'm not quite ready. The house isn't finished for me to go into, seclusion."
No Man's Sky is officially No Man's Sky.
Yeah. No man like.
Yeah, no man play. It's done, man. The video game world was up in arms over this too.
Yeah,
people were asking for refunds and everything.
But what's funny to me is we had all this anticipation, and literally, what has it been, 3 weeks, and it's over.
Yes,
it's completely over.
Yes.
They're not advertising this game anymore.
Right.
Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's playing it. It was a turd.
Sony really didn't have a big marketing push for it. I mean,
it was all over the place.
It was all over the place but they didn't have commercials or anything. We didn't see it.
They did.
They did?
They did. They had commercials. I saw plenty of ads on the internet and all that stuff.
You're absolutely right.
They pushed this game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Even all the ads, Best Buy, Micro Center, they all had the game on there. So I agree with you. It was a big push. It was
supposed to be that deal.
Yeah.
3 weeks later, man, it's like that Quantum Break, man. Everything's over in the blink of an eye now.
Do you think it has anything to do with the microwave society we live in?
Maybe a little bit, but you also can't put out a turd of a game and expect us to be like, yeah, this is great. I mean, I've been playing Fallout 4 still, and it's dope.
Content's
I got back to it.
Yeah, the content's going. If it's good, it's going to make it, man.
Yeah, cream rises.
Yeah, cream rises. It rises to the top.
Yeah. Why do you think Nas is where he's at?
Exactly. He's a businessman when it comes to tech stuff.
He's somewhere playing No Man's Sky.
Not rapping.
Yeah.
Nas might have something to do with No Man's Sky.
I'm sure he did. That seems like his kind of finesse.
Yeah.
He's finessed all of his fans into supporting his works.
Absolutely. Yeah. Man. At some point you gotta grow up, man.
Yeah.
The knee-high boots and the Averex jackets and goggles get you so far.
Not
you can't ride that way for 10 years now.
Yeah. It wasn't working anymore.
No. Not at all. You gotta diversify yourself,
But I'll give him his credit. He is better than Lil Yachty.
He is better than Lil Yachty.
He's a little better than Lil Yachty.
He is better than Uzi Vert.
Yeah.
He's better than any of them younger dudes.
Yeah. Except for maybe, I don't know if he's better than Kodak. Kodak
Yeah,
still got some
Kodak
potential.
Kodak might
I
be
don't know.
alright. But I don't know if
You
Kodak's
know, no, that's blasphemy.
but Kodak's
Nas
not going
would
to be here
better.
long.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know,
Kodak
like-
might already be gone. He might already be gone, man.
Yeah,
Hold
Kodak-
your head up, man.
Yeah, hold your head up, man.
What is it with these new young rappers doing this?
You know what it is, man? These younger dudes like, I know, it's respect for life, man. Or maybe they're trying to get their niche, like they're trying to get their way into the game. I don't know.
Like, I was at that cookout again, man, and Bobby Shmurda came on. I was like, man, I miss this guy.
Yeah.
I miss this poor kid. He's been gone for what, like 2 years now?
Yeah, he's right where he needs to be, though.
I don't know that.
He's right where he
Allegedly.
needs- Listen,
Allegedly.
Bobby Shmurda is exactly where he needs to be.
Allegedly.
All right, and listen, the whole young MA role. I appreciate that she, whatever is all New York. She's Brooklyn. I appreciate that, but I don't want to hear some of the content, man. I just don't.
No.
I don't want to hear.
I hate to say this, but I'm kind of on my Sean Price thing when it comes to that, man. I don't want to hear no female rappers. None.
Yo, Sean Price did say that.
Unless
But
it's like Jean Grey. Or
Jean Grey
like
can
that.
spit.
Yeah, she's dope. And Rhapsody, I really like her.
Yeah.
No name. There are a handful of no female rappers.
They-
But Nicki Minaj, like that MTV VMA performance, tired.
Nah.
I heard there was a freestyle out. I read some of the lines. It looked garbage.
I don't think she can come back.
I think it's just finished. You know what, man? This just speaks to the greatness of Scaff Beezy.
Yeah.
He was a hit maker.
Yeah, but she wore him out though, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's nowhere to be found. He's on somewhere. I saw him on
Love and Hip Hop. Yeah,
with
he
his
does
dirty
look-
feet out, man. Like
It's
like
tough.
He's out of here.
Tough world, man. You know what I'm saying? Cold world. out
But he
here.
was with her when she was built like an iPad, and now she's this curvaceous $100,000 worth of surgeries, and now she, what I mean?
Got Meek Mill out here
She got
making
Meek
fool of
Mill.
himself.
She's wearing Meek Mill out though, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. I think Joe Budden has some good points when he talked about that, like Meek being who he is. I didn't like seeing In Love Meek. I don't know, man. I don't care.
You had to slide something about Joe Booty.
Hey,
didn't you?
man,
You know what I'm
my
saying?
boy- my
That's
boy,
your boy. That's your
man.
man's. I know it's your guy. Yeah.
He has some points right there. That's all I'm saying. He has some points.
Is he better than Nas?
Joe's better than Nas.
Joe
Yeah.
Budden is better
Joe
than Nas?
Budden is
You
better.
gonna put the stamp on it?
He's better rapper.
Okay, I can't co-sign it.
Yeah, I know you can't because you hate them both.
Yeah, it's who do I hate a little bit less?
Right.
I think I might hate Nas a little bit less, but he still lost terribly.
Yeah, Nas lost. You see it up in the screen here.
Yeah,
man.
you know, if Joe Budden didn't chase those kids down with those rocks, it might be neck
Hey
and
man,
neck.
he chased them down with Palestinian rocks.
Yeah.
man. You have to give him some
Actually,
credit
no,
for
maybe
that.
he gets real points for that.
Yes, absolutely.
That might have been the realest thing in hip hop.
He was running on
lately.
feet. He probably didn't have his shoes on.
Yeah,
man.
in a tattered wife beater.
Yes, he looked homeless.
Yeah.
And then he flipped it. Now he's dating Sin Santana. They're probably going to flip that into a reality show. I'll watch it.
You know what? Joe's never had a problem with the ladies. I'll
No.
give him his credit.
No,
there.
Joe has Joe's.
Well, he's got a problem with the ladies. He's never had a
Yes.
problem getting the ladies.
Yeah, problem getting it. But the thing about it is that votes to the point that maybe it's not true because he always does get the ladies.
Yeah.
You know?
Before we get too deep into this, man, was there anything else gaming wise that you
I
want
don't
to talk
think
about?
so because we ventured off into that. No, gaming wise wasn't really much going on, but the Sony stuff that came up, the leaked photo of the NX that came out.
that was
What'd you think of
bad.
that?
It was butt. It was looking
It
real.
looked real
I got
horrible.
questions. I just got questions.
But
Like,
you're- but
it
you're-
looked too small.
It did, but you're on record as far as saying that new handheld Nintendo, or not handheld,
The mini NES.
The mini NES is going to outsell the NX.
I'm back on board.
Okay.
If what we got in that picture, even though we think it was a fake,
Right.
But if what we saw in that picture is what we're actually getting,
Right.
mini NES is going to outsell it and will be a more powerful console.
Sure.
Yeah.
More powerful?
Yep.
You're tripping. You're bugging. You're bugging.
You know what I'm saying? Actually, no, it won't be more powerful,
Yeah.
but it will be a superior console.
Nintendo, man, I just wish they would get it right. At this point, just give us something. They talked about, some things about it, but
I see the vision.
yeah.
I see the vision, and they got the new Mario game coming out for iOS.
Yo, that was big too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was big.
You know
I
what I'm
thought
saying?
that was
But you
pretty
won't be
cool.
playing it.
No,
You know,
we're not.
It'll be
No.
me
I'm
over
Android.
here holding it down.
I'm Team Android, but my whole family has iPhones. I'm just
Yeah.
against the whole.
They
just,
know what they're doing.
They do know what they're doing, but I just
Yeah.
don't want to have the same phone as my daughters. And
Yeah.
so
But that's when you get the big plus boy.
yeah,
You
but
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
but now one of my daughters has a Plus now.
You got to slap it out of hand, man,
Yeah,
and
I do.
go ahead and break it.
That's gonna cost me more money.
No.
Yeah. No, but video game wise, I don't think there's anything else that's really going on, man. We playing what we're playing. Yeah, wasn't really much going on.
Yeah.
All right, so we get sports wise, we talked about a little bit earlier. Your boy Drew Brees got the bag.
Whew, yeah, I didn't see that one coming, but yeah, it is.
Football
what it is.
Football starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Happy about that.
Get your fantasy together.
Get your fantasy team together. That's it, man. You get any fantasy leagues?
Just the one that we were grouped up in. I haven't been on it, but
Listen.
I might join one tonight. See if I can
Okay.
get a super late draft and just do one for fun, a random one.
I still don't know my team on that one.
Yo, you know what? I need you to go ahead and set my trade.
Okay.
You know
I'm
what
gonna get in there
I'm
because I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna,
I need you to get in there, accept my trade.
I'm gonna go check it out, man.
Yeah, for sure. Both of them.
So anyway, so that was it. No sports wise anything. All right, so we get into music, man.
Yeah. Before we go too far, man,
Okay.
I want to, before we get into album reviews and all that, man, we were talking about Scaff Beezy, man. That brought up an interesting point about the ghostwriter. And
Yes.
is this the fate of a ghostwriter that doesn't know their position? Is this what P&D has to look forward to if he decides to step out of pocket?
He already did. And the thing about this was
a little bit.
He deleted his Twitter. He put on there basically with a cryptic tweet talking about he admitted his album was trash.
Basically.
He basically admitted his album was trash and that he wants more P&D, but it's too large a piece of the pie. Everybody wants it. And that's what I asked you before. We know that P&D wrote Controller.
Yeah.
We know he wrote One Dance.
Yeah.
We know he wrote Fire and Desire.
Yep.
And what was the other one? Another big hit.
Work.
He wrote Work. If we take those 4 songs, right?
Yeah.
And put them onto a P&D album. I agree with your point when you said that he had to pull it off. Drake performed it.
Yeah.
But if we take those songs and put it onto a P&D album,
I don't know if that hits anymore.
That P3 would have been a hit.
Would have been better. It would have been better.
It would have been a hit though, Kev.
Which one? Controller? I don't think Controller is a hit if Drake's not singing it.
But that's the thing though. Like, I don't know if it would have been a hit. I don't know. I don't know because the writing is there. Is it a hit because of the writing or is it a hit because Drake performed it?
I think it was Drake's voice and just the whole vibe of that track. Because, I mean, there's nothing complex about the track.
Then you got to wonder, too, if Drake's not on it, is 40 going to do it?
Yeah.
Because the gem is the production.
Always.
You know? That's always a 40 stamp. Is 40 going to put that stamp on it?
Yeah, he's going to have you sounding good on the track. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
40 should have came in on that Daylight album. You know what I'm saying? They should have broke the bag open a little bit and hit 40 off with a couple coins.
They would have had to do a different crowdfunding for that. Because 40 definitely.
I'm sure he's not cheap anymore.
Yeah, definitely.
Controller is a hit. No doubt that it's a hit. But is it a hit if P&D is singing it?
I don't know. And that goes to the point we always talk about with Drake. Like we always say, OVO is Hydra.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay? Hail Hydra. OVO is Hydra. The Weeknd got out of there in time.
Yeah.
And that's why, Take Care was probably Drake's best album in my opinion. I always hold tight to that. But P&D is definitely frustrated. I mean, you got to think about it. He's getting a ton of money.
Yeah. He be out here looking like McConan.
Right, but I don't think money is a big issue with him because his art,
Because his pen has been moving him forward. But maybe he just needs to stay in that pocket. Maybe it's just not meant for him.
I think so. I think Frank Ocean should have stayed in that writing pocket too.
No, man, he was too talented as a singer.
I mean, but Frank Ocean, and going back to it, I wasn't a great fan of the album. I appreciate the art of it. I appreciate it was good. But also, I think that he's still going to get pen credits. Because he write for Beyonce.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's like Neo. Writer, mad skills. Writer.
Most of those songs off of his album in somebody else's hands were still hits. Like, they were just hit songs. You know what I'm saying?
Sia, another amazing writer.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt.
She pretty much is the reason why Rihanna's good.
Yeah. She's got all, man, going back and listening to it, man, Rihanna really had one with that last album, yo.
She did.
She didn't get the props she deserved because that was a monster record.
You know what? Once again, it's back to microwave society we live in.
Yeah, it's tough.
Because we reviewed it, but it was on to the next one after that.
But you know what? She's still everywhere.
Yeah,
she is. At the same time,
and she's dating Drake now.
Yeah.
She did curve the hell out of him on that music awards though. He went in for the kiss, and she gave him the head grip.
Hey. Hey man, maybe breath was stanking.
I don't know. But they're doing a world tour right now. They're doing a world tour right now.
Hey,
shout out to them, man. He's winning.
Yeah.
And shout out to the light skin.
Not looking like Meek and Nicki.
No.
Just at the crib, angry.
Yeah. Do you know what? There's also too a rumor that Rick Ross had to sit down with Drake to end the beef with.
I listened to Rick Ross on Drink Champs, and it didn't sound like it was any squashing of anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he sound upset?
No, but it just sounded like it was home team, and that was it. We don't no nothing else needs to get done.
Hey man, shout out to Ross, man. Ross is a loyal dude, man.
Yeah,
at least he a perception it is, because he's trying to get Wayne on MMG.
That's moving backwards.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, the problem with Wayne isn't necessarily getting out of the Cash Money contract; it's getting Cash Money to pay him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Or Universal, essentially, Universal and Cash Money, they need to pay him his money. Like, he's saying he didn't earn the money that he deserves as a 51% share owner in Young Money. He was entitled to, he's basing off $100 million, I guess, so he's suing him for, $56 million, something like that.
But being that your dad, is the head of this company, what is the issue?
Bad bookkeeping. Wayne is owed this money, and also contractually, I guess Carter, is it Carter 6, Carter 5?
Yeah.
No, C5.
C5.
Carter 5 is the one we're missing.
Okay.
So Carter 5 will technically be the last album under his contractual obligation. Then they would have to renegotiate for Young Money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at that point, he could technically take Young Money off of Cash Money.
So this has really to do with Drake and Nicki.
Yeah, it has everything to do with
Okay, that's
that.
what this has to do with.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
even though has Drake and Nicki met their album commitments, obligations?
I don't think so with YM.
Okay. So that means they still would get some money though.
Who? Cash Money?
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, I guess they're under Young Money. They're under
Really?
Young Money solo. Yeah.
So that's all this has to do with.
Yeah.
But see, I don't see why, as Baby being the businessman, that's his brother, that he or son, why they wouldn't make this right. At this point, it's really kind of redundant.
I think it's got a lot more to do with some of the other people. I mean, even hearing like Birdman talk about it, he's like, without saying too much, he's like, if it was up to me, I would just give him the money.
So
but
who was it up to then?
I mean, you also, you're dealing with Universal at that point. So, I mean.
So Universal?
Yeah.
But you got to think, at some point, Universal has to think.
I mean, we're looking at, if you want to go all the way up the food chain, we're looking at Lucy and Grange.
Okay. Wow, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
So hold on, so let me ask you this question then. So any projects that's released by Nicki, because she hasn't put anything out in a while.
Wow, yeah. Since Pink Print or whatever.
Anything that's released by Nicki and Drake, regardless if this contractual agreement is done between Wayne, that still money rolls up to Universal?
Yeah, it still goes Young Money, Cash Money, and Cash Money's distribution deals with Universal. So since they're partnered, that's why what I'm saying, you sign to one dude, they're signed to another dude, they're signed to somebody else. Now that's a bad, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So that makes sense then. But
yeah.
They need to make that right, man.
Yeah, I've been feeling bad for Wayne, especially after the cryptic tweet.
Yes. What did you think about that? Because you sent it to me.
It hurt my soul, man, to see Wayne having to go through that. Like, do you realize Wayne was probably the best rapper in the game from between like 06 to maybe 2012? Now, I mean, mind you, it may be up and down a little bit in there because Kanye had his shine during that time. There were a couple other artists. I mean, Jay, of course, still had his shine. I mean, Nas was nowhere. He wasn't nowhere to be found during that time. Nowhere. He was. Bunny, did you see Nas? Didn't think so. But nothing.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Wayne had a heck of a run. And I mean, he was definitely the hottest artist in the game for a good while. And if you listen to the rappers that are out now, the influence from Wayne is immense.
Yeah.
Love it or hate what's coming out now, you can't deny, what he did for the culture, for the game.
Man, I tell you, and I'm gonna give that Young Thug album a review. I keep hearing good things about it.
I've listened to it. It's not bad.
Really?
It's not
I mean,
bad.
I'm hearing really good things about it. Like crazy people who don't like him. Like I don't like him. I wanted him gone. I'm on record as far as saying I want him gone. The whole dress thing he wears us out with that. But he definitely
trolling for attention.
Definitely trolling. But I think Wayne definitely put life into this kid. He definitely was a Wayne fan growing up.
Absolutely. I mean, you saw he came out and said, man, confessed his undying love for Lil Wayne.
Right.
Right.
I just think as a great, and that's why I think Rick Ross was saying, as a great, we're looking at this guy be on the shelf.
Yeah.
And the thing about this was, like, if you listen to any Wayne stuff that's come out lately, like on the beginning of that DJ Drama album I reviewed on the channel, he was going.
And you know what makes it tough? It's not like Wayne fell off. It was he was silenced. You know what I mean? And that really makes it tough to kind of watch, because you see an artist that you really enjoy and you see them taking away his ability to create at a high level without giving it out for free.
That's the key point, an artist to create. Because at the end of the day, money, whatever, these guys do it because they love doing it.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't even know a lot of people even make money off of music.
Yeah.
Now, I think Wayne stands to make a lot of money because he has Drake and he has Nicki. But that then brings up a great point. I didn't even think about that when I said it, was that Nicki's been silent for a while.
I think she's just got a lot going on.
What does she have going on? She's in love.
Man, that whole thing with her brother.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? If I was her, I wouldn't want to be out in the public too much.
I forgot about that.
Have everybody questioning me about that.
But those questions are going to have to get answered sooner or later. But the thing about it is, she strikes me as the one person that people don't really ask those crazy questions. So like, even when she was on the Breakfast Club,
she hasn't been anywhere for anybody to ask them.
But but the thing about it is, with silence is going to bring people going to paint their own picture of the situation. Now that she's been out of it, they're going to talk.
I think whenever they come to a judgment or a verdict, will be when she's forced to kind of face up. Because right now it's not really a great time for her to say anything. You know, as long as this court case is ongoing.
Yeah, well, at least I mean, she could talk about Meek, and now they're talking about having a kid or whatever. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I saw Meek over there. He was goofing off.
Yeah, Meek won. He definitely is winning
he?
in the situation. You
Did
know,
he?
I think he's definitely trying to be some sort of, you know, Jay and Beyonce type thing. But you know,
If Drake and Rihanna can make it last, I mean,
Yeah.
that's definitely a power couple over. You know what? This is too lipsticky. I'm not even.
yeah, I don't
can't
really
even-
care. When it comes
Yeah.
down to it, it's a lot of
I don't
chitty
care.
chatty. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. You're right. Let's move on.
Yeah.
What else do we have? So
we
Wayne being muffled, P&D is gone.
Yeah. Shout out to Chris Brown. I wish that the media would cover the fact that
Hey, man.
half the reporting on that was
Yes.
incorrect.
Yes, half of it was incorrect. But you know, at this point, man, Chris Brown should be happy he didn't get shot for one.
Yeah.
I said it last week, and also just you know, Chris Brown got to tread lightly, man. You
They're
know,
out for him.
Yeah, but you know what? And I thought about this too, man. Ray J was there getting a tattoo. So that's the part that no one wants to talk about. Ray J was there in the middle of the night getting a tattoo, and all this popped off.
Yeah.
A lot of bad things happen when Ray J's around. And Ray J was on the forefront of one of the biggest rants, one of the coked up rants we ever heard in our
the
life.
Ray J on
Yes,
Fabulous.
yes.
You know, I listened to that maybe like 2 weeks ago, yo.
Uh-huh.
Pure comedy.
Who gets in a battle
Pure
with
comedy,
Fab?
bro.
Who-
No, just the
who
things that he
swings
was
on
saying,
Fab?
bro. 6 Rolls Royces.
6 Rolls Royces, money team.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I let him drop my top. Pause.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, hey, look into that, cops, because Ray J was, I mean, no snitching, but Ray J was there getting a tattoo at 3 a.m. First of all, who do you call at 3 in the morning to get a tattoo?
Hey,
When
man.
you go to somebody's house, why is Chris Brown letting this F stuff going on? Why is he letting this effery go on in his
You know,
house
man,
at 3 in
probably
the
live in a
morning?
big house, man. Just be scared to be in there by himself.
Hey,
He just
man.
let the guns run wild.
Listen,
Ray J might have been living there.
Maybe.
You know what I'm
Outside of
saying?
Games Music Life, we are a family. I'm not letting you come to my crib getting a tattoo at 3 in the
3 o'clock in
morning.
the morning.
Like, no, you cannot get a tattoo at my house at 3 in the morning,
Yeah,
man.
you know what I'm saying? If
No.
I ever call and ask, you know what I'm saying?
No.
We need to have a sit down.
Yes,
you know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Yes.
Talk me back down to earth.
When you get here, it'll be your entire family sitting here. Mom, Pop, we'll all be here. And I will tell you how it affects me and how you
Gonna
affect
be-
me. Yeah, like
gonna be an intervention
yes, I'm
coming.
going to have that thug dub drop.
Yeah.
And I'm be snotting when I talk, man.
Yeah, that's how it has to be.
Yeah,
that's
but-
how it has to be.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. I didn't understand that at all, man. But
Hip hop lifestyle, man. You know, one more thing before we get into our album review, man.
Mm-hmm.
Did you happen to see anything about all these jewels coming up missing on the Drake tour bus?
Yo, it was the DJ's jewels.
Word.
It was the
$3 million worth of jewelry.
That DJ's making it.
Was it DJ Esco? He is
Yes.
the coolest DJ in the world.
That's what it was.
He had $3 million worth of
No,
jewelry.
no. I'm sorry. It was Future. It wasn't.
It was Futures.
Yes.
Okay.
No, it wasn't Futures. I guess the DJ's name is Future too.
Okay. Yeah.
So
He
I
had
don't know.
$3 million in jewelry?
Yeah, I don't know his full name, but they were saying because first everyone thought it was Future's jewelry.
Yeah.
But it was whatever the DJ,
DJ Future.
DJ Future, whatever his name is. It was his jewelry.
Okay. Yeah, I
Hey.
seen Jay Prince said that the jewelry will be returned in 24 hours, and now that the Boogeyman has put it out, I
Hey,
believe
man,
it.
who is like? I mean,
He
okay,
is El Plaga, El Chapo. You
All
what
I
I'm saying?
know
the
is-
Don Dada.
I will look and see they talk about Jay Prince and like always only pictures I look. I googled him. Every picture
He
had
got
him
the
doing
pistol.
it.
Yeah, he got the
has
hand pistol.
up. Yeah, and he looks like a nice mild mannered guy. I mean,
Something about it, like whenever he says something's gonna happen, man, it happens. So I
Yes.
believe him.
Yes.
I believe that jewelry
Hey,
will be returned. It's being returned right
if
now.
the jewelry shows up, then
Shine.
yeah, Jay Prince is officially the boogeyman.
Yeah,
You're right.
I'm saying that jewelry's gonna be shined when it comes back. You know what I'm saying? They took it just to clean it, man.
It was
You know
an
what I'm saying?
inside job.
Yeah, it was a
It
misunderstanding.
had to be an inside job.
Oh, I mean, of course, it had to be because
Yeah.
who wouldn't have somebody guarding that? Or,
Yeah.
you know, somebody had to know where that was at.
Yeah. Speaking
But-
of inside job, that's what Drake talked about on 4 p.m. in Calabasas about
Yeah.
Chris Brown.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I picked up on that. I saw that online too. I was like, that's pretty good. It's a little Jimmy drop. Drake plays chess out here, man.
he does.
He plays chess. Light skin
does.
dude's winning, man.
Yo, man, when the whole I had Drama Girl
Yes.
last year, but not
Yes.
right now.
Yes.
I was like, yo, Drake is a sneaky guy.
He's a sneaky guy,
He's a
man.
sneaky guy. He's like Jay with the jabs.
Yes, which
he
is-
knows how to throw the shots. Except for he throws gut punches.
He does throw gut punches.
Yeah.
But also, he talks like he's talking to the world with the song, but he's really talking to that one person.
Yeah.
'Cause that person only the one who knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, he threw that in there real smooth.
that's
It
what
took
I was
me a while to catch that. I was like, ooh, that's hurtful.
Yep. Just like the 4 p.m. in Calabasas I picked up later on. I'm like, man, I kind of,
Yeah.
that's deep.
That's why I like rapper Drizzy, man.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I'm
do like
saying?
rapper Drizzy. I like singing Drake too, though.
Man, I was listening to that Know Yourself. I was like, you know what, man? I like this guy.
Yeah.
I like this guy. We need more of this.
I still listen to Fire and Desire. Just like we talked about earlier, you know, it was definitely P&D song, but the track is just dope, man. The sample, everything about it was just sweet to me. And that's why Drake can only one who can pull it off,
Yeah.
you know? So I give him his piece for that. But I still, the whole pocket of rappers not writing their own rhymes, but he's a singer too.
I don't even care. You make
Yeah.
good music, man. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
What Paul Mooney say? You know what I'm saying? If you can clean the teeth, cool. If you can't, that's cool too.
That's what's
That's
up,
my
man.
motto for life.
Yeah. Hey, so listen, we gotta get into this review.
Yeah.
So reviewed this album this week was Travis Scott's album.
Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight.
Let me go first.
It doesn't matter to me, man. If
Okay.
you want, I
You know,
know
went
you
first
got a
last
lot.
week.
So
You go ahead.
did you go first? What did we do?
I
No,
go
no,
first.
I went first
You
last
did go
week
first
because
last week. Okay.
I had to take a dump on that day live. I
Okay.
got the haters.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to the people that didn't like Kev's review.
Yeah,
last
shout out
week.
to all my haters.
We got a lot of reviews about that, man. People was like, I don't like what he said. Listen, that's why reviews are so special. Everybody's right.
Yeah, and you're always welcome to take the bunny seat.
Yes,
if you need it.
Listen, Nas Lost Part 5 is possible happening next week. So if you're in the Columbus area, hit us up.
Hit us up.
You
Let us
come
know.
over. We got another mic. Even if not, if Jay is here, we have another mic.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. All right. Yeah, Travis Scott, Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight was the name of the album. I don't know what the album title means. I got to think it's something personal. I did see where they had a promo where he's just sitting there and Brian McKnight singing with the gray beard.
I haven't seen this.
Yeah,
I want to see this.
It's only like a minute long.
Okay.
And Brian McKnight singing a song, and it was actually pretty dope. But my thing is, you know, I'm a big Travis Scott fan.
Yeah.
I love Rodeo.
Yeah.
This is on the eve of Rodeo, basically almost a year to the day.
Yeah.
You know, when it came out last year. And Rodeo kind of came out of surprise. I started seeing people on Instagram put up a picture of this doll. I'm like, who is this guy? I didn't know who Travis Scott was.
Yeah.
So I listened to it, and I'm like, yo, this is amazing. Because I didn't know, all I know was that Travis Scott was all over Yeezus.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I saw was that. So bringing up his sophomore album. Sophomore, in my opinion, is the hardest album to make. Because your freshman album is always supposed to be good. It's the album you're making all your life.
Yeah.
You know, your sophomore and anything past that freshman album, I definitely hold it on different regard and see what you can do. In my opinion, was it better than Rodeo? I don't know if this album was better than Rodeo, but I highly, highly enjoyed it. First of all, I'm just going to start off with this.
Okay.
This is the album I think Kanye thinks he's making. I think Travis Scott makes music that Kanye thinks he's making. Because a lot of the same writers that were on this were on Yeezus and on Pablo. Even Travis Scott had a large in part to do with Pablo and Yeezus, but neither one of those albums were any good. They had some sort of, you know, you listen to them and they had some sort of like, you know, good things to them, but I think it got too much of the Kanye in there, which is why I didn't like him, either one of those albums. You know, with the thing about Travis Scott that stands out to me is he a good singer? He's not a great singer. He's not a tremendous rapper, but he takes time on the song, like the cadences that go with the songs, the melodies that go with the singing. He definitely it goes with it. Like on track 2, he talked about I ride around with a tech. Like just that part right there was like he definitely cares about his craft. Not to mention he brought my man Cutter back. He brought Cudi back to the point where I loved Kid Cudi. They remade Day and Night to the point where it got me anticipating the Kid Cudi. I get goosebumps thinking about it because that's the Kid Cudi that I loved, was that guy right there in that pocket. The features on the album, everybody that was on here, listen, I don't even like 21 Savage. I don't even know who the guy was. All I knew he was the guy with the tattoo in the middle of his face that was on a Breakfast Club, and he sounded weird. When I heard this, and me and my daughter were listening to it, and she said, oh, that's 21 Savage. It sounded okay.
Yeah.
The song with Bryson Tiller bodied it. Listen, I got happy and sad when I heard that song because Bryson Tiller, I don't know who is managing you. Hit me up on GamesMusicLyfe. You need more content out there. That kid can sing. I mean, seriously, he can flat out sing. I love hearing him sing. But Travis was there right with him. And the whole auto-tune behind it is not, I loved Zapp and Roger when it was out. I understand that. But one thing about Travis Scott that stands out to me is he's a mixture of a lot of people. He's Kid Cudi, he's Future, he's there's one more I had written down. He was, well, just those two I'll put there for now.
Okay.
But he's those guys, but he has content. Like my gripe with Future is all he talks about is doing drugs and sipping something. Whereas Travis Scott had a song talking about love. He brought out Andre 3000 on the beginning. And no one really even knew who that was. He had Cassie singing 2 tracks in the background.
Yeah.
Melody wise, I listened to this album straight through. Now, the only gripe I will say about it, I didn't know where certain songs ended and other ones started. And the reason why that is the case is because just like he did on Rodeo, he would have 2 songs in one. Kind of how Justin Timberlake used to do with Timberland. They would have one long song, but it would go into like almost, it would break it in half and be like 2 separate songs, but really one song on the track list.
Transition in there.
A transition into the track list. But I'm okay with that. I found that to be his sound, I guess. But I was highly impressed with the project. I've listened to it since we reviewed it. Like when it came out, I listened to it nonstop, and I loved it, man. Like now, one thing I will say, I did read on an interview where he said that Lil Uzi Vert was gonna be on the album, but the song didn't make the cut. So because of that, I'm gonna give it 5 more points because Lil Uzi Vert was not on there. Okay, so I had it at an 87. I'm giving it a 92.
Ooh,
okay.
Okay.
The features on this, just listen: Andre 3000, Kid Cudi, Swiss Beats, Black Youngster, don't know who that is, Cassie, 21 Savage, Kendrick Lamar verse. Kendrick is in a different world, you know. Bryson Tiller, Young Thug, which Young Thug's song was very dope too.
Yeah.
I don't like Young Thug. I'm on record as far as saying I might need him gone, but I loved him on that song. Dude named Quavo, The Weeknd, of course. The Weeknd song was dope.
Yeah.
I'd heard that one a while ago. K-Force and Nav. But yeah, so I gave it an 87. But because that Lil Uzi Vert song did not make the album, I give it 5 more points, 92.
Okay. You know, now I've been following Travis since days before Rodeo. Now I don't know if he had any work before then, but I've been, you know, hearing him bubble since days before Rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, of course, got Rodeo leading up to this album now. With it, you know what I'm saying? My favorite Travis Scott song has been Skyfall of all time. Like, yo, when I heard that, I knew the dude had some potential, but some of his other tracks kind of lost me.
Yes.
You know, Days Before Rodeo, it probably had maybe 4 songs I actually liked on it. The rest were just okay. Rodeo probably had 6 or 7 songs I actually liked, and then, you know, the rest was just okay. Or, you know, I didn't want to hear it.
Okay.
It is what it is. This album right here, I would have to say, man, this dude is a star. Yeah, he's a star. Like when I heard this album, I finally heard what the hype was about.
Okay.
He put together one of the most cohesive albums I've heard all year. I mean, the whole thing plays top to bottom, and it really sounds like he probably either stuck with himself as the producer or whoever was working on the project, they worked on the project through and through. Because even though each song has its own unique kind of flavor, they all have got just kind of this like slow, mellow, dramatic, deep bass.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Perfect trap drums on there. Like he really created an ambiance with this album, which is hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole vibe of the album, it just rides through it, even though, you know, he switches styles. I mean, he's got the one joint on there. We've kind of got the Caribbean vibe that everybody's doing now. He's got his rendition and did it pretty good. I mean, you start the album off with 3 Stacks.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, is 3 Stacks gearing up to come back?
Yes, he is.
You know,
he's active.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's moving around right now.
The last couple albums we reviewed, he was on them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So he's active right now.
He's moving around. But you know what? I like that he didn't overuse those features.
No.
It really sounded like he collaborated with these artists now. And the biggest example of that was when he got on the track with his father, Kid Cudi. All right.
That's who it was, Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
That was my third one I was saying. Yeah, okay.
When he got on the track
Yes.
with his father,
Yes.
Kid Cudi.
Yes.
And, yo, that was the perfect blend of 2 artists collaborating. Like, I want them to make an album together. And before I go any further, man, like, Cudi, thank you. Can we just get 12 of those from you, man?
Yes.
And just press it on a CD. I will go. My car didn't even have a CD player, but I will go buy the CD. All right, man, just to support it. If you could give me 12 of those, man. At 14 if you're feeling generous for Man on the Moon 3, because this is the Cudi I love.
Hey, when Travis flipped it and was day and night,
Yeah.
he went into that.
Yeah.
That was so mean to me, man.
And you know what? To me, that was just paying homage to, you know what I'm saying, one of the greats.
Yes.
You know, because quiet as it's kept, Kid Cudi had a lot to do with pioneering the sound that's popular right now.
Mm-hmm.
He did it before it was popular, and you know, he was kind of an alternative sound. But a lot of what these guys are doing now is just a rendition of what Kid Cudi was, you know, bringing to the forefront many moons ago before he went off the deep end and started making albums like Speed and Bullet to Hell.
Yes.
Which
Jesus
can go
Christ.
straight there.
Yes, it can.
But you know, if I can get this Cudi back, you know what I'm saying, all will be right with the world. Like, you know, it was a father-son moment that made me proud.
Yeah.
On this album, you know, definitely. But just top to bottom, man, like, Travis really held it down. Like, his sound is so much more mature. It's so much more fleshed out. This is what I felt like Pablo wanted to be.
Exactly. I'm saying I think he makes the music Kanye thinks he's making.
Yeah, like, I could hear it. I could hear it, like, while he was doing those songs. Like, you know, this sounds like Ye. And, you know, I think Ye had a big hand in this album, too.
He thanked Ye on Twitter. He did thank him.
He had a big hand in it. But, you know what? He's just doing it better. Like, this is leaps and bounds.
And that's why I think is the problem with Kanye, to the point where I don't want to say Travis Scott does a better Kanye than Kanye, but the fact that Travis helped Kanye on his album, and it didn't sound anything like this. Like this is, I mean, like everyone just gonna listen to it, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's really just a great album.
It was really just a good piece of work. And you know what? And what I really appreciated was he almost took the stance more so of a singer, to where, you know, his lyrics, they're not really complex,
right?
But you know, he incorporates his voice using different you know, filters and tones and things like that, in ways that make these songs melodic. And you know what I'm saying, they make them easy listening, and it just sounds good. Like, he's got his sound perfected. You know, of course he's gonna have to grow and, you know, kind of come out of that bubble, but for this project, it deserves the hype that it's getting, man. I rated this album out at an 88.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, I felt the same way, man. I think it's definitely something that's gonna make the cut. I don't see myself getting. I still have Rodeo installed on my phone.
Yeah.
And this one's gonna stay installed on my phone for a while as well. I didn't think it could get any. Like, I was surprised it was that good. I'll be honest with you.
It caught me off guard being that great, because, you
was.
know, I've been on record, like, I thought Rodeo was just okay. I thought it had some joints, but he also had some joints I didn't enjoy. Everything on this album I enjoyed. Like, Kendrick, has Kendrick had a bad verse? Not even just a bad feature. Has he had a bad verse?
Can we give that a second? Like, Kendrick bodied that verse, man.
I mean,
went to, like,
he can do anything.
Yes, he went to, like, that's what separates Kendrick from a lot of people.
Yeah,
the fact that he just went into that and he started singing a little bit, and then went back to rapping. Like, I think every time Kendrick comes out, he makes it a point to say, "I'm the best."
Yeah, I mean, he can just do anything.
Yes, if Kendrick was more cocky, he could put his foot on Drake, because Drake's the biggest right now. I think he could put his foot on Drake.
As far as that rapping goes, I don't know if you can. I don't know if there's any dethroning the sixth god.
The reason why with Drake though, man, like, even like with that is, man, I was watching a review. They were saying about somebody reviewed a concert of his. I'm seeing like 60-year-old men.
His concert was crazy.
Yeah, and you told me you went to the concert. It was like 60-year-old grown men in there singing word for word.
Yeah.
You know.
But,
like,
you know, I think that Kendrick couldn't, you know, exist in the same space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think that puts Drake higher than Kendrick.
Yeah, I do.
I think that Kendrick will be, at the end of the day, he'll be the champion of, you know, this generation.
Yeah.
People will look back and say, you know, this was a rare talent. And they'll say the same thing about Drake. But Drake will be more puff to what, you know what I'm saying, Kendrick's J.
The question I have, too, though, is this project came under Good Music, right?
This Travis Scott, I don't know. You know what? Another thing I kind of appreciate about this album was the fact that on the Apple Music version, it didn't tell you who the features were.
No, it didn't. So
it was just the tracks.
You know, when I heard it too, because I downloaded it. When Google Play wasn't there the same day, I don't have Apple Music, so I ended up downloading it, and I listened to it, and it didn't show who was who. So when I listened to it, it was I hit you up as soon as Cutter came through, and I'm like, this sound like Kid Cudi. So when I heard Cutter come through, I got hyped, and I sent that to you, and I didn't even know that was Andre at first. Because the voice, one thing about his flow on this one, it wasn't the traditional Andre flow, the laid back, deep voice. You knew it was him.
No, he was fired off.
Yeah, he was fired off. But then I loved it when I listened to it on like my third listen. But the features kind of came through, and even to the point where Bryson Tiller.
Yeah.
When I heard this song, I was in the car with Amaya, my daughter, and I'm like, man, I love this guy's voice. Who is it? She's like, Dad, that's Bryson Tiller. I was like, whoa, that's why I love it.
Yeah.
And I listened to it, like, his verse was just amazing. Like, Bryson Tiller bodied that. Like, Travis bodied that. Like, they were going back and forth, and the content was amazing. That's about loving a girl, how much you fall in love with her. That's why I said his content, I know you're big on content.
Yeah, absolutely.
His content is what separates him from a Future. You know, and I think the earlier version of Kid Cudi with Day and Night, which is one of my favorite tracks of all time.
Yeah.
If you listen to it, just the content behind that song is just so amazing. And I think what separates him from a lot of rappers that's out now, or younger guys that's out now, is he cares about that.
Yeah, he's taking his time.
Yes, there's a lot of matter of fact, I'm going back taking 5 more points off of YG, because YG put that album out, and every time I go back and listen to one of these younger guys who do stuff with
man, you need to go back. That YG album was really good.
Nah, I've
been listening to it still. It was good. It was really good. You got to buy in though.
Yeah.
You can't listen to it, you know what I'm saying, and not believe him. Once you believe him, you buy in. But I definitely thought that was dope, man. This was the most cohesive project I've heard from him, and the homies didn't suck.
No, the homies did not suck.
The homies didn't suck.
I don't know who those guys were, I said, but they did not suck.
They didn't suck.
They sounded good.
Everything sounded good on this album.
Yeah, man. And like the production, Mike Dean and him, and there's other producer too, Swiss Beats, that just put his foot in that song number 2.
Yep.
That was my track too. But the same, like I said, once again, those same guys that were doing the production on this did the production on Pablo, and Pablo gave us a turd.
Hey man, you know he did the opposite of P&D.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. He kept the good stuff for himself.
Yeah, he did.
Or you know, either that or he went ahead and knocked Kanye's project out. Went ahead and knocked it out, and then started working on his own stuff.
But yeah,
instead of, you know what I'm saying, working on his album while
is he working on these other projects and just be like, I'm gonna say that for myself?
I think so. I think he has to keep something to cut. You know, I think P&D, where he was going wrong was he's making all these good songs while other artists are gearing up. Like, go ahead and knock them out. Get them what they need.
I think what P&D is doing is they're in that mixing pot of Hydra, and they're all in, you know, they probably have a collection. They probably have a good writing group. They're all together writing music, got a good vibe going, and Drake's like, yeah, I need that.
Well, I'm saying Drake has been probably sniping him for a good year.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? And when did Views come out? Views came out maybe in like April, something like that.
Yeah.
So P&D, for all intent and purposes, had the summer to kind of work on his own project. And it shows. You know what I'm saying? Because all the best stuff, while he's probably been working on this album for the past year, but all the best stuff from that project been pew, 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 getting it out of there.
All these opinions are coming from me. I'm a P&D fan.
Yeah.
I know you don't really, you're okay with him, whatever.
His best song was on the Drake project.
So does anyone even care if P&D leaves? Like,
nah.
And when it all comes down to it, Drake's gonna open the bag. They're gonna write the check. 40's gonna produce it, and they're gonna make money. They're gonna make it.
Speaking of your boy Drake, man, and the whole Hydra camp out there, man. So you got your boy Michael Trapson, aka The Weeknd, on that Travis Scott. He held it down when he started rapping at first. I was like, man, what is going on here? And then he came in with the sing rapping.
Bodied it.
Travis Scott got the best out of all these guys.
Yes, that's a great point. Everyone who put forth an effort on the album, you got exactly why those artists are who they are.
Yeah,
everybody from Young Thug, who I don't really like Young Thug, but just the beat, the way he wrote the song, everything just sounded sweet to me, man.
Travis, he took his time, man. I think as with him also being a producer, he understands how important the sound is. I'm telling you, maybe they should have just paid Travis Scott to help out with that De La Soul.
Hey, yo, Macio's gonna come get you, man.
Hey, come on.
Hey, man. Hey, when it all comes down to it, we're all right.
You know what? Yeah, exactly. You know what, man? I'm just busting your chops, man. It was okay. I just wish it was mixed better.
It was a good album if y'all didn't rap a lot, man.
They did a great job of putting it together. They were just the weak point of that album.
They were definitely a weak point, but you know, whatever.
Hey, happens. Bunny, what do you think?
What do you think, Bunny? Bunny, nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Nah, I still lost.
Yeah.
But
Bunny held it down today.
Bunny held it down. Thanks. Shout out to you, Bunny.
Thank you for holding down that anchor, Bunny.
Yeah. Thank you for holding it down. Your mic is there. Everything's level. You know, get your Twitter handle going.
Yeah.
You know, Bunny's going to tweet.
Tell them where we can find you.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Okay.
All right. There you go.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, man, it was a great album. What are we gonna review next week?
Definitely not Nas.
No,
you know what I'm saying? And you noticed that Nas wasn't on this Travis Scott either. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to keep a good album going. Now, you know, Nas did his thing on that DJ Khaled, but come on, he's not going to go 2 for 2 in a year.
No.
Come on.
Not at all.
Come on now.
Not at all. No one's going to feature him on there or anything else.
Yeah. But, you know, I think unless you know of something that's coming out, I think we're probably going to have to wait it out till Friday.
Because every time we do it, Friday be the day something comes out.
Yeah. It'd be something amazing coming out.
I'll still be listening to this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I went back and started listening to with Anderson .Paak.
Anderson .Paak, man, he was getting into it with Lil Uzi Vert. Who did he get into it with? Lil Yachty?
Yeah, one of them guys. Yeah, I think it was Lil Yachty.
Yeah, because he said he didn't listen to any old
to Bigger
rap.
Pac.
Yeah.
And he could name 5 songs from either of them.
I want that dude gone.
You know, I heard some Lil Yachty. I was like, yo, I don't get it. No. It's not good. It's tough.
It's nowhere near good.
I wish the best for the young man. You know, he's living his dream. So I hope that, you know, if there's a space that can exist for him, then go for it. It just won't be, you know, in my ears.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, man, this was Nas Lost episode 4, GamesMusicLyfe podcast episode 42.
Yes.
Nadir, Kev, drink more water, everybody.
Peace.